Hello guys and welcome back to MultiMagix channel. In today's tutorial, we'll dive into a project where we'll build a Node.js application which uses the native C++ code along with the Node add-on API. So basically this setup allows us to utilize C++ libraries directly in our Node.js environment, and also it provides performance improvements for specific tasks. Okay, so let's get started by breaking down our project structure and the key components too. Before jumping into the explanation, uh, basically you guys know that we are building this MultiMagix application. So we kind of thought that why don't we make a POC, that is the proof of concept of this MultiMagix application for the web version. So that is where the initiative happened. Okay, so this project has three main files. One is cmakelist.txt and the index.js file and the C++ source CPP source file. Okay, so now let us dive into this cmakelist.txt. So our project begins with this cmake configuration file, which is this cmakelist.txt. Basically this file is very crucial as it sets up our project with the necessary compiler and linker settings and all. Okay, so initially what we are doing is we are setting the minimum cmake version, that is 3.15, and we are giving our project name as MultiMagix, and also we are also specifying that this project uses C++ 17 standards, and here we are setting some compiler flags which is used to optimize the code for performance and enable debugging information and all. Okay, after that we are including the directories whatever we want to include. Basically if you observe, we have this path, that is depth, FFmpeg, Ubuntu and include. So what I did previously was I built FFmpeg shared libraries and I kept those in this folder lib, and all the includes in this include folder. So we are including the header files of this FFmpeg which is for platform Ubuntu. Okay, and also we are telling that we need to include the source files whatever there inside the source folder. Okay, and coming to this, we are also linking the libraries whatever we have. I mean, we are using the shared libraries, right? So that is why I included the shared libraries here. That is also there in this lib folder only, the .so files. The .so files whatever you are seeing are those shared libraries. So till here I included all the libraries and I set the compiler flags, and I kept this what is the C++ standards, what are we going, what are we following, and the project name and the cmake's minimum required version and all. And after that we integrated this Node add-on API to allow our C++ code to interact seamlessly with Node.js. We are actually using this Node add-on API. Okay, that way we can use our C++ code we can make our C++ code to interact with the Node.js file only using this. If you build that, you will get a .node file. No worries, I'll explain you. Okay, so after this cmake list.txt, another main file which comes into the path is index.js. So now basically in this index.js what are we doing is we are actually setting up an express server. Okay, so if you see here, yes, if you see here, this is a server which is keep on listening on the port number 3000. Okay, so we have some APIs. One API is to upload video, another API is for to download the video, and this is kind of a dummy function which I, instead of writing the whole complex logic initially itself, I just enabled a basic communication that this server will take an input of two numbers, and it will add those two numbers and it will return those two values. Like here if you observe, I'm calling this add function, which is imported from this MultiMagix.node. Okay, now let us see how did I got this MultiMagix.node. Okay, to understand that, let us go to this package.json file. So if I run this command npm install, we are compiling our code with this cmake-js. So it is taking this all configuration whatever this cmake.list.txt has, and it will build our project. And after the build, this build folder will be created, and inside that release you'll find this multimagix.node. Okay, actually we have the cpp implementation and all. What it will do is it will build all the cpp files and all, and it will create this multimagix.node. Okay, why it is creating multimagix.node means because we are using this node add-on API. Okay, clean. So now let us come back to this index.js. Let us assume we got this node file and we are calling these two functions. We are importing these two functions, that is add and display video info. So now let us see what this add API will do. So basically add API will take two inputs, but by name itself we can just assume, or we can find it out that it is adding those two numbers, and it will giving the result as, and it is returning the result. Okay, and this display video info. So basically this display video info will take the file, that is video file, as input, and what it will do is it will print the video information. That's all. So that is a main functionality of these two things. Okay, now let us dive into this code. So basically I added this course, and we are using Express to set up our server, right? So that's why we kept this express.json and all. We used course and express.json for course handling and JSON body parsing. Okay, and we used multer. We use this multer for file uploads, and also we used multer to handle incoming video files and storing them in the uploads directory. That is this is the upload directory. So we are using multer to to handle the incoming video files and also effectively storing them in the uploads directory. Okay, so we have three endpoints as I told, that is upload video, download video, and add function. Let us go to these upload video ones. Okay, so here basically users can upload video files, which we then process using our native add-on to extract video information using this display video info. So to simplify it, what we are doing is we are getting the video from the client. Okay, so client is posting a video, and we'll get that video, we'll print some information. Okay, and after that we are uploading that in the uploads folder, and after that we are giving the file path for this display video info. That way the video information will be that way the video information will be displayed in the console using this display video info. Let us not worry about what is the implementation of display video info now itself. I'll show you guys later. Okay, and coming to the another endpoint, that is download video. Basically this endpoint allows users to download the processed videos by specifying a file name. That's all. So basically user will send a file name. If user clicked on download video, or if user send a request to this download video endpoint, he'll also send the file name. If we have that in the uploads directory, what we'll do is we'll just allow the client to download the file. That's all. We'll send the file. Okay, and in add function, it is a very simple API just to perform addition using our native C++ function, which is showing how to call native code from this JavaScript. That's all. So basically before implementing these two endpoints, that is download video and upload video, I implemented and I started with a very basic API, that is a very basic endpoint, that is app.post of add function, okay, to the add endpoint. Okay, so now we have this add and we have this display video info. So you might have understood that these two are the main APIs which we are using from this library, right? So let us go inside, let us dive into this add and display info, what are they doing and all. So as I told, we are using C++ code. Actually we are using C++ code in Node.js, right? So how are we using and all? How did this MultiMagix.node created? Let us see what is inside that. Okay, so to understand that, we need to go inside this source folder. Okay, here we have a simple cpp file and we have a simple header file. In this header file we have included these libraries. That is, if you guys are familiar with FFmpeg, you might have seen these libraries and all. So what I am doing is I'm importing or I'm including all the libraries of FFmpeg, whatever is necessary for this prototype. And also I display and also I mentioned some function prototypes. There is a simple void function display video info, and there is a function which node add-on. I used node add-on interface to design the prototype of this function. And we have this add, and the same we have this add wrapped, and we have init function, and we have node API module. Okay, it's just a simple function prototypes. Okay, now let us go to this example.cpp. So in this example.cpp, this is our native module basically. Okay, so in this we have, as I told, we are importing add function and display video info function. So to import them, like if you guys are familiar with React and all, what you'll is, I'm just taking as an example, what you'll is, you'll define a component. Let us assume that you created a functional component. At the end, you'll export that component, right? So in the same way, we have this init function which will export this add and display function. Okay, that is a meaning of this. That is why I kept this init. That is why I implemented this init function, and I kept that in exports. We have to set this add function, and we have to add this display video function also. But if someone assume we are importing this add, right, in index.js, and also we are importing this display video info, right? So if someone uses this add function here, if someone uses this add function, yeah, here people are using, right, he is sending two parameters, which is number and num2, right? So this add wrapped function will be triggered if someone uses add. Okay, I'll go with a very simple example. I'm taking add as add just to explain. So after that we'll look into this display video info. If someone uses this add function, this add wrapped function will be called. Okay, that is this. So what it is checking is, do we have two arguments and those arguments are integers or not? If yes, we are creating two variables, that is first and second, which is of nappy number typed. Okay, and what we are doing is we are calling this CPP function, which is actual CPP implementation. We are passing the integer value. We are passing actually the integer value of first and second. Okay, to this add function. Okay, so basically there is a main implementation on the, there is a main core logic, whatever we have to write will be here. In the same way, each function is wrapped up using this node add-on APIs. That's how, because we are making them callable from our Node.js application, right? We are making them callable from, we are actually calling this CPP function inside Node.js. This Node.js API is helping us for that. So this is a wrapper which will establish the connection between the index.js or Node.js and this CPP file, CPP core logic, the CPP exact implementation. Okay, so this is a wrapper which will help us, which will create it, which will act as a bridge between the real CPP implementation and this index.js, Node.js code. Okay, so in the same way, if someone uses this display video info, this display video info is wrapped as I told, and it is checking the length and the string whether the info is of string type or not, and also, and after that it is calling this display video info and it is passing the uh, parameters, that is file name. Okay, now let us go into the display video info. As I told, in example.h we included this libraries whatever is necessary for us from FFmpeg, though I kept though I have imported or included other libraries too, but that is not the uh, main problem which we have to worry. So in this display video info, what are we doing is we are taking the file name and we are opening, I mean we are using this API to open the file and to read it basically, and we are finding the stream info. If the stream info is kind of a video or audio, we can do some other operations and all. But what we are doing is we are using FFmpeg to print the detailed information about a video file. Okay, so this AV dump format API is used to print the detailed information about the file. Okay, so here it will receive the stream information as I told. Like in video file we have many streams, right? That is audio stream, video stream and all. So it is actually grabbing the stream information and it is using AV dump format to display the information of video, and after that it is closing the it is closing the context which has been created here, which has been opened here using this AV format closing. So yeah, that's all about the backend, whatever I written. And if you observe in the bottom, in the left bottom, I actually connected to my remote host. So basically, I'm sending uh, the video file or whatever. It is for remote host. I'm not using the local system. So actually, my libraries and all my dependencies. Why I kept Ubuntu, but I'm running but I am showing you the source code in Mac OS X, but I am using the libraries in of Ubuntu and all. So to justify that, I am just showing you that I am using this. This actually, this source whatever you are showing, it is actually in remote server. Okay. So now let us see what I have in my front end. Okay. Okay. Let us go to the front end. Okay, my front end is nothing but it's a simple React application. So if you guys don't know what is this index.js and all, you can watch the previous videos whatever there in the full stack web series. Okay, so let me focus on the main functionality. So basically what we have is this is a app component. Okay, so here we have used React and use state. We imported it from React to use the React functionalities and the state management within the component, and we also imported the Axios. Basically it is used to make HTTP requests to the server. Okay, and we are initializing two state variables. File is a state variable which holds the video file which is selected by the user basically, and set file is used to update this state, this file state. Okay, and in download file name what are we doing is it is storing the name of the file that will be which is going to be downloaded if you click on the download button. Okay, this set download file actually will set this state. I mean, what do you say? It is actually updating the state of this. Okay, so now in this handle file change, it's an function. Inside this function, what are we doing is we are basically updating the file state when the user selects the file using the field, using the file input field. I'll show you what it is happening actually. So we have an input tag, okay, and that input tag is accepting a file which is of we are actually accepting a file which is of type video. Okay, so now if we click on this handle file change, that is what this. When user clicked on a file or when user selected any file from his system, and this handle file change is responsible to store that information of the file using this set file. So because this set file updates the state of this, right? So now going to this handle upload function. So basically this handle upload is it is an asynchronous function which is triggered when the user clicks on this upload button. So let us see, where is this upload button. Okay, we have two buttons. One is to handle upload and one is to handle download. Okay, we are uploading the video and we are downloading the video. Okay, so basically when you clicked on the upload button, then this handle upload function will be called. What it is doing is basically it checks if a file is selected or not. If not, what it is throwing an alert that please select a file to upload and all. Okay, and after that, here it is actually preparing the file for upload using the form data. Basically, if we want to send any request over the HTTP, we need to follow some specific format, right? So what these two lines are doing is it is preparing the file in a format through which we can send that through HTTP request. Okay, and after that basically we are sending a post request to the server with the file attached, and they basically this is a place where our client is expecting a response, so it will wait till we get the response. Okay, suppose if upload is successful, then we'll keep an alert that is upload is successful and we'll just print the data and all. And also we are setting the download, we are actually setting the download file name. So basically what we are doing is we are uploading a file. If we click on download, the same file will be downloaded. I just implemented this in this way just to test the end-to-end functionality, that's all. Okay, and now going to this handle download function. So this is also an asynchronous function which is activated by this download video button. Okay, so basically what it is doing is it is sending a get request to the server to fetch the video file, and this server URL consists of the query parameter, which is download video, for the file name, to tell the server which file to send back. Basically we are sending the query parameter, this all and all, to tell server which file we need. Of course we are downloading the file whatever we send, right? So and after that we receive the file as a blob. That is blob is nothing but it is kind of a large binary object. Okay, basically this blob which is suitable format for large binary data like video files and all. Okay, so what are we doing is we are creating a it creates a URL for the blob, so it can be downloaded by any browser. So if you click on download, once the server sends the response, that is the file, it will be downloaded directly to any browser. Okay, okay, that's all this handle download function is doing. So let us see once what is the working of this, how it is working or not. Okay, so I actually ran my client. Now let us check whether the server is executing or not. No, the server is not executing. Let us run the server 2. Okay. Okay, so your application is running on port 3000 and so on, so on and on. Okay, okay, our server is executing. So let me bring this. Okay, Okay, so what we need to do is we need to upload a video file, right? Okay, it's time for action. So let us click on this choose file and let us choose a file. If I kept a sample file in desktop itself, so let me click on this sample.move, and if I click on upload, and it got uploaded here, see, right? You can see here that's sample.move, and if I click on this upload video button, see, we got an alert which is like where we can see that our upload is successful. And also if you see here, we are actually printing the video information using FFmpeg, right? And also if you click on this download video, it will download the file, the sample.move file. Okay, so yeah guys, I think this is what the demo it looks like. I know it's a very simple UI and all, but our main focus was to include FFmpeg in C++ and to use that C++ function in the Node.js function, in Node.js. Okay, so that is the main functionality which we were focusing on. And also it actually helps people, whoever has their FFmpeg libraries and all, they can use this approach, and they can use this source code if they want to. They can, what they have to do is, if they want this source code to work, I'll also add the link for the link in the description for the source code. They can add their libraries in here, and they can just test it using like this. So yeah guys, so to conclude, we know how to create a bridge between C++ and Node.js, which is using this wrapped function node add-on API. So that is one of the tool which we used to prove this functionality, and we called the API whatever we implemented in the C++, and we call those APIs using this MultiMagix.node. Okay, yeah, I hope you guys had fun watching this, and you might have. I also hope that you learned something new in this. Okay, thank you guys. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care.